What's up, guys? Michael Lopez here with my lovely wife. Say hello, babe.
Hello.
And this is a Join Our Vida Loca.
It's been that long you forgot.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, we've been going through a lot of our videos, and there's some things that we saw that we're like, man, we gotta really talk about this day because we have some really fun and interesting stories. And on this particular day, this was actually our first week of our adventure in Paris, France, right?
Yes.
Yes, and we actually went to the House of Versailles. Is that how you pronounce it? The House of Versailles?
Yes.
Is that what? It's not the Versailles is not the same. Versailles is not. Oh my God, I'm so getting tired of you right now. So we went to, we used actually a guide, a tour guide, right? What was it called? City Wonders.
City Wonders. And we highly recommend that
Highly recommend it.
This tour. I mean, this was geared towards the kids. Because I knew, like, if we just went by ourselves, it was going to be hard to get the kids, like, really into it. And, of course, I want them to be able to learn as much as possible, but, like, in a fun way.
Yes.
Something they can relate. And I figured maybe, you know, he could maybe get something out of it, too.
I did get a little out of it.
Considering he's a giant child.
So, here we are. I mean, we had to meet our tour guide.
Yeah.
In this little location
in
Paris.
Yes,
in Paris. And then they actually took us, they put us in a bus and they took us over to the House of Versailles. So it was a fun meeting spot because, the Palace of Versailles. It was a fun meeting spot because the kids got a really good view of the Eiffel Tower.
Yes,
and
it was right there. It was like right in front of that metro stop.
Yeah, so it was so convenient. So again,
it was a gorgeous day. It was
beautiful,
like perfect
beautiful day. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. It was just right.
Yeah, and you don't have to go through this tour guide. You can go on your own. You can take a train or a bus there to Versailles because it's a little outside the city.
Yes, it is.
But we decided to do the tour just because we wanted to get as much out of it as possible.
So here we are. We're actually right in front here of the Palace of Versailles, meeting our City Wonder tour guide. Now, this is a family tour, but it just so happened we were the only family to show up that day, which was even better.
Bonus!
I know.
So we got like a private tour.
A private tour. We didn't have to wait in line. She actually took us through a side entrance, right?
Yeah, right. Because if you look at like the people that actually went on their own, which you can do that.
Yeah.
But you're going to be waiting in line for quite some time.
Yeah, very long time. It was great because she actually brought little workbooks. Yeah, for the kids.
Pencils.
Yeah, and it was. The kids,
like cartoon style.
The kids really got a lot out of it, so that's why we can't recommend this enough because it was really geared towards the kids. And going into these places, I'm gonna be honest with you, me being a 45-year-old, 13-year-old, this is not my jam. It really isn't. But
can't you appreciate?
No,
the beauty,
I did appreciate the beauty of it. It was great. You know, it was the same kind of decor in every single chateau that we saw.
Absolutely
They have
not.
wigs. I get it. It's all good. You know, yeah, they wore wigs, didn't they?
Yes.
Exactly. See, am I saying anything wrong? But that being said, yeah, she did really a great job at making it geared towards the kids and making sure they got a lot out of it. Here they are, they're walking around, they're looking, you know, these workbooks had like, find these objects, you know, fill in the blanks. A lot of I Spy stuff, right?
Yes, some I Spy stuff and also some like a family history, like a family tree.
Okay, now.
The reason why they have this family tree is also to kind of put things in perspective, like the different timelines.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people know about Marie Antoinette. Well, so how was she related? Who was she married to? King Louis the 14th versus King Louis the 13th, and what were they known for? And, you know, all kinds of different things.
Yeah, you're right. What I really liked the part about Marie Antoinette was taken from this palace and taken down to the city and
yes.
off with her head.
What you liked?
Well, that was a pretty cool story about the place.
Right.
So, you know, hey. This is actually very interesting to me. I found this very, very cool because in this hallway, what do they call it? The hallway of mirrors, right?
The Hall of Mirrors.
The Hall of Mirrors. Okay. This is actually in around between 1919 and 1925 or something like that. This is where I may have gotten the date wrong. But the Treaty of Versailles.
I was like, where are you going with this?
No, this is where they signed the Treaty of Versailles.
Yeah. After the Great War.
Yeah.
World War I, as we know.
Exactly. So that's what I found very interesting is what happened in that particular room.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, oh my gosh, imagine who was here. Who,
Yeah.
like, if the walls could talk, right?
Yeah.
What would people say? Who's been in there? I mean, there's been also so many other historical events that have taken place in all of the locations that we were in. And for me, that's what's amazing to envision and to learn about. So
yeah, that was a lot of fun, and that's something I knew coming into that place. That's the one place I really wanted to check out, and honestly, it was very, very cool and really impressive.
And it's like swarming with people because
yeah,
like that's what you think of, right? When you think of Versailles, you think of the Hall of Mirrors.
But the kids really got a lot out of it. They really enjoyed it. Nico certainly was running around the place. I was hoping he would not bump into a mirror. That would have sucked.
And also, I have to say that this tour was geared towards children. So as much as like I would have gotten a lot out of going through more of some of the paintings and some of the
artwork,
the furniture and the artwork within each room, she kind of skimmed through a lot of it. I mean, we were able to obviously ask a lot of questions because she was just catering to us. But we did go through a lot. She was going through the little
highlights for the kid. Well, we finally made our way out of the House of Versailles, and we ended up in the garden. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been to one garden, you've been to them all.
No, are you kidding? I mean, this reminded me of like in Alice in Wonderland when they went through and all of these little like mazes. I mean, these were perfectly manicured gardens.
Yeah.
And it is something like I went one time in the winter when it was all dead and I was very sick, so I didn't get to see all of this. But here it was, beautiful day, and everything was perfectly manicured, and it was just, it was amazing.
I was thinking, is there a pool here? Is there a bar? Like you could walk up to it?
There were so many fountains there.
Okay, a fountain, I get it. But is there
a place for your little bars, okay?
Is there a bar walk up where I can at least grab a beer? No, you can't grab a beer when you're in the garden of the House of Versailles. So, but I'll be honest with you, it was pretty cool. The way it was set up, fountains, the manicured lawn, the maze. The maze was actually pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, and then they had this amazing music.
Yes, they did.
And there's some classical music that was coming from some place. And I was like on a mission to find out where it came from. And they were like, whatever. The kids were having fun just running around and enjoying it. But because I love classical music. And then here we were at this beautiful Versailles, and it was magical.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It made me want to disappear.
It was also Mother's Day.
It was Mother's Day?
Yes.
So anyways, look at the kids. See, that's all they did. They just fought. They play wrestled the whole time. So
they ran around.
It was
good for them, honestly. And you say, oh, I just played and ran around the gardens of Versailles.
Yeah.
You know? And then of course, like, who knows what kind of
what went on there?
Yes, imagine. Somebody's like.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways.
Hiding.
Yeah. But that's what you should do when you go to the House of Versailles, guys. Get a tour guide. Look up City Wonders, right? City Wonders. And look for the family tour.
And we're not getting paid for this, by the way.
Yeah, we're not getting paid. We're honestly giving you our honest opinion. If you're gonna do anything with your kids, which I highly recommend, do a family tour.
Yeah. And spend the time, because I know sometimes a lot of people try to. Trust me, I like to do this. But if you put a lot of stuff in one day, you can't really appreciate it because you're like thinking about, oh my God, what time is the next one? What time are we leaving? I mean, we did have a time point where we had to meet them, meet the bus, but I felt like it was like a perfect time to kind of enjoy the palace, and then we got to see also the gift shop, which is one of my favorite things.
Oh my God.
And then
I hate gift shops.
we were able to explore the gardens, and so just give yourself that time to just really enjoy it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Wasn't it?
I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Thanks.
So, guys, we hope you enjoyed the video. But, it's really cool. It's fine, whatever, But like I said, you go.
It wasn't his favorite
It wasn't my
thing to do.
favorite thing to do.
Yeah, you would rather just sit somewhere.
Check it out, guys. Go look up City Wonders. Enjoy the video. I hope when you do go, you have as good as a time as I did.
Really?
My name is Michael Lopez.
I'm Vanessa.
And this is the Join Our Vida Loca YouTube channel. We hope you got something out of it.
You're such a punk. Really?
Why? What'd I do?